Ladies and gentlemen, you got it on Ebro in the morning. We have been invited to the crib of Birdman.
I hope y'all enjoying yourself out here in Miami.
Yes, we are. We appreciate the invite.
Without a doubt.
It is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I was telling Ebro, I don't think me and Ebro have ever sat on Versace couches. It's very luxurious.
Versace is my favorite brand. It's like, I love the brand. I think he got the most, his furniture and his clothes. And you're in Miami, so you got to go with the swag.
Of course, of course. Did you ever get to meet him?
No, I never met him.
Oh, interesting.
Never met him.
So Bird, we got to get right to, the business at hand. You don't do a lot of interviews. Can you talk closer to the mic for me?
Never have.
Yeah, and so when I saw most recently you doing an interview, it was interesting. What made you decide to go have that conversation?
Which one?
Where you evidently had some words to say to the Breakfast Club in Charlemagne.
I felt like I was coming to New York anyway because I was shooting my music mogul. And I felt it was time for me to go sit down and see this man. I think for a few years he'd been just slandering my name, just playing with my name and not respecting me. To me as a man, it was deeper than music to me. So I just wanted to go up there and see what's happening, man. Put some respect on my name, my nigga, straight up.
And now the shirts come out, so Birdman's about that money, so the shirts is ready.
I mean, if you know me, you know I'm
48 hours.
If you know me, you know I'm about money, man. That's my thing. I'm a hustler. I was born that way.
So I've known you now probably, when did you start Cash Money Records?
I've been with Universal 20 years, so you probably know me.
I've known you since Slab 1 and y'all did the first party.
You knew me before the music.
Yeah.
Way back when we was independent.
Yeah.
So it's 20 plus years, bro.
I've never seen you bring your street character to the public other than within your music. So this disrespect that you feel like people are showing you. What do you have to say to people who are talking about Birdman's business endeavors?
I really don't try to get caught up into how a person feel about me or what they think about me, because life still goes on, man. I lost a lot at a young age, so how a motherfucker feel about me don't move me. I still get up every morning, go to work. I feed a lot of people in this game, man. I did a lot for this game, for hip-hop, man. You understand me? You might have an individual with a job like him with feeding 1, 2, maybe 3, or maybe a few households. I feed thousands of people in this game, man. I go and sign youngsters and turn them into millionaires, and that trickle down to, feeding a lot of people. And I've been doing this for years. And I am probably done sold more records than any company ever since hip-hop started. You understand me? So I can understand a man with his opinion, and that's respectable, but I just feel when you're going off the record and saying taunting shit for years, then I feel to believe as a man, I'm gonna make sure that man respect me as a man. There's no other way about that. It ain't no other way to understand that.
So when you bring up, people respecting you, obviously the names of other individuals are brought up who also had some negative things to say about you, Ross, Trick Daddy. Why do you believe they have negativity towards you?
I really don't know. Man, Ross was like brothers every day, hanging together. They one of the reasons we came to Miami, because them niggas embraced us so strong when we came out here. Really though, I don't know what his call was. You understand me? To even get into me and my son business. That's my son. So whatever business me and him have, that's my son. That shit gonna work itself out. I have the utmost respect for Ross. We come up and, I taught him a lot of game in this shit. He watched my pimping, and he went and did his own thing with it, as being a hustler, but it threw me off.
Did you ever say anything to them?
No, I ain't spoke to him or seen him.
And if you do?
If we speak, we speak. If we don't, we don't. I can go the rest of my life not speaking to nobody. I don't give a fuck about that. Right. That don't make me, I ain't gonna put no money in my pocket. I'm out here, I'm hustling, man. I gotta feed my family and feed my homies and my team, my clique. That's what's most important to me.
So what is it's obviously money with you and Lil Wayne, right? There's a money issue there.
I think it's more of a misunderstanding than a money issue. If you know me, I always gave Wayne any and everything he ever wanted, man. Our train's still moving, man. Drake just put out an album, man. Nicki in the studio, man. The train's still moving. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding And me and him talk, but you best believe that situation gonna work itself out, bro. I'm not gonna continue to be a part of hip hop without, even if he with me or not. You understand me? And our relationship to me have changed. And I always wanted to be a part of my son's life any way, any kind of way possible. That's important to me because I'm a family man, and I'm not gonna let this music and this money ever interfere with how I feel about my son. I love him, and we're gonna figure it out, guaranteed.
Are you you and Slim are very involved in the music making process, always have been. You know, and a lot of people don't even know how deep Slim and you go with making music, like instruments, high school, just y'all always been involved in making great music. Was the hesitation in putting out Wayne's project, the Carter 5, did that have something to do with where the music was at? You didn't like it? What was the...
Man, Wayne always been his own boss.
Got it.
I never interfered in nothing Wayne wanted to do.
Yeah.
I always embraced it. Never, man. So me not putting out the Carter 5, why wouldn't I? I got a lot of money invested into Young Money and Wayne. So for me, I won't get some of mine back. You understand me? So I just think it's been a lot of misconstrued, a lot of shit in the nigga ear, all kind of lame ass shit going on. But I really feel to believe him as a man, you know, and our relationship at some point. And I think the world deserves a Carter 5. I just want whatever he won't do, I'm good with. I ain't gonna stop him. I'm gonna embrace it. Wayne is a boss. He's his own boss. I just bagged him up to be a bigger boss. So I would never stop him from doing nothing. He's still putting out records. I could stop that shit if I wanted to. I ain't gonna stop him from hustling. We in this for the money, man. We rap for the money.
I mean, it's funny because I saw Wayne taking pictures with Ross and Trick Daddy for the Formation tour when he came into town. And you guys, you said that you guys are in a good place. You know, you've said it before. That's your son. But how does it make you feel when he's still so close to the people like Ross and Trick Daddy?
First of all, I don't take Ross or Trick as an enemy to me. I think people, nigga, say it how you feel, you know. And I don't think my son call himself being disrespectful to me with a picture. If that's how they feel, then that's how they feel. It ain't personally affect me in no kind of way. To be honest with you, keeping it 1,000, I personally don't give a fuck about them taking a picture. That don't move me. You understand me? I'm doing my thing with my crew and my clique, and you know, and that's just what it is, you know. And I can't say nothing more or less about that.
Right.
Do you now as things move on, for you've decided to capitalize on a lot of the social media. Did you know, are you laughing at the things you're seeing too?
A lot of this shit funny, man. But honestly, man, I'm looking at this shit like, y'all don't understand how dead serious I was in that building, man. Y'all done made this shit, and it's cool. I'm with it.
But that kind of lighten the mood, though. You got to give it that.
It gave a nigga a laugh, and I don't like to laugh. You know what I mean? I don't even like to smile, but it's cool. I mean, a lot of that shit is real funny they got on the internet, man. But it's cool, though.
As soon as you saw everybody posting all, because do you pay attention to social media, right?
I was thinking it was being funny on the way I talk. Like, you know, I'm from New Orleans. We talk with a slang.
Yeah.
Everything is a slang. Everything is a slang. Sometimes it be, you know, when we first got in the business, nobody understood nothing we said.
Yeah.
Through our music, we educated people on how we talk, but as time goes, shit changed and the slangs changed. You know, that's how I say respect. I say curry with a K. You understand me?
And as soon as they cover, like, you're like, we got to make this a t-shirt right now.
I just felt like, you know, my brother, he a hustler too. You know, we born bred hustlers in our bloodline, so I just felt like, fuck it, we just make it out a real joke, but let's get some money off it at the same time.
Bird, you've been a boss in the game for a minute. You've been making a lot of money for a long time.
You see that plaque up there?
Yeah, I took a photo of it and put it on my
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Say 1 billion sold, man.
1 billion.
And you got people that's real legends, man, that I admire and look up to.
That's right.
Like that pioneers who started this shit, like the Russells and the Kevins and all these boys who really put it down, the Jays, all these boys who put it down. They ain't got that, man. We took, when Jay-Z said he retired and a lot of people left the game, we took the hip-hop and held this shit down.
Yeah.
And numbers don't lie, man. And really, them guys I salute because they really the people that I looked at when I was doing this shit. And also, I think right now, bro, we don't have enough CEOs in the game. Everybody want to be fucking rappers. Nobody don't want to put nobody on. You understand me? We need more CEOs in the game, niggas who know how to organize and mastermind and put people on and make them young men successful. I think that shit is dead. How we gonna continue to have hip hop live when we don't have motherfuckers like me?
Doing business, the business.
That's helping people, putting people on. Everybody want fucking rap, but nobody don't want to make rappers.
I think that's what we love about Nicki Minaj, because she's always made it very clear. Like, she is a superstar, but she always says from the very beginning, I wanted to be a CEO. I wanted to be a boss, have my own empire.
I think that's very important. I mean, to survive, because anybody can make a hit record, man. Anything can be a hit record, but to build an empire, that's something totally different, man. I really like what Nicki have done. You know, I tilt my hat to Nicki. I always say she probably would be the biggest and the best that we done had so far in hip hop. I don't think no female have built an empire like she have. And you know what Drake doing? It's like, look how far he taking his talent from being on a TV show to being right now the biggest artist in the world. He got the NBA. He got Michael Jordan. You know, he had the heights of his life. You understand me? And I think this is what we have to do as hip hop. Look at Wayne, man. You know, Wayne is like the forefront for them. You understand me? I just think we have to keep this shit going and keep it going in a massive way where you can feed a lot, help a lot. You got to diversify yourself.
So you're very shrewd. Like, and when I say shrewd, when it comes to the money, people say that Birdman doesn't pay, or you know, will lock you up in litigation for a long time, et cetera, et cetera. What don't people understand about the business and how you do business? Or is that really what it is?
Like, about how I do business, but a lot of people, you understand, I came in the game real young with a lot of money. So I ain't had nobody to teach me, but I learned from my mistakes. I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes, and I tried to correct my mistakes as time went by. I have corrected my mistakes as time went by, and you can see it because I'm still doing major business. You think Drake will be putting out an album? You think Nicki will be back in the studio? You understand me? Well, we done had a lot of fall-ins and fall-out, but that's just the nature of our business. You just looking at me because I'm a street black man. You understand me? But if you go in any one of these buildings, they all have the same problem. Sometimes you might have an artist that ain't even worth keeping no more. So we gambling, we throwing dice, we rolling dice with everybody that we sign, and that don't mean he gonna stay, bro. Because you don't have a lot of people with this type of talent to sustain for years and years like Wayne have done over all these years.
So basically, you're saying as a businessman, when you invest in an artist, you go, you make the money, and when it's not a good investment,
but maybe you don't make money. What if you invest in something that didn't become something?
Right.
You know, you get this young man,
or you overspent or something.
Or you can't overspend, or you could spend. In my case, I spend trying. I just, when you with them labels, when it's time to shoot a video, you're gonna shoot a video, and you're gonna make sure it go up. I might shoot videos and put songs out that just let him feel good about what he's doing, and it might not generate me no money. Or then again, you might put a nigga album out and it don't sell. It's a gamble. Everything with this music business is a gamble. Some of your gambles have to be like a Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. It don't come special like that.
Right.
All on one
field. For that Wayne, Drake, Nicki, how many times did you probably lose?
I never lost. I might have started with Wayne real young, but with them, it started off straight off the top.
But you lost on other artists? There's
I lost on
a lot of artists.
A lot of artists. A gang of them didn't sell. That's just the nature of the game. But I gave it a chance. I signed them, gave them some money. You understand me? Gave them videos, spent money, promotion, marketing, dropped the album, studio. You understand me? They got L's and W's come with the game. But now it's different, bro. You got to monitor all that. One time I had like 30, 40 artists, man. You understand me? And I think everything that happened was for the best because it made me catch myself. I was doing too much. I was just flagging money, signing who I thought maybe could do something, but these niggas ain't had the same motivation as I'm on. I'm a grinder. I ain't got to sleep. I want to keep getting it. We're going to keep hustling. And, sometimes everybody ain't going to hit, bro. Some people going to hit, some people not. But if I got somebody who, with the same mentality as me, is prepared to hustle, then I'm going to do the rest. I'm going to make it work.
I guess the last thing that, people, Trick Daddy was throwing shots, saying, Birdman doesn't know if he's a blood or a Crip or this, this gay thing and that gay thing.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
He was saying that you was gay.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm a straight gangster, man. That nigga been in my hood. He know what's happening with me. Yeah. You hear me? Nigga know what's happening with me, man.
Yeah.
I guess nigga get on the radio and won't be funny or something, but
Right.
nigga know what's happening with me, man. Google me, man. Call anything in the 504 and ask about me. Google me, man. Watch what come up.
Yeah.
Straight G.
And you come from a long line of pimps and gangsters too.
Man, straight G, man. Straight gangster. I don't know how to be nothing but that. I'm just a hustler. I'm a mastermind. I know how to use my brain and organize a lot of shit and make a lot of money, sell a lot of records. That's one of my gifts.
Right.
Everything I touch gonna be something.
So I guess that brings up the biopic. Next is the next business endeavor that we've heard. I mean, you have your music, and we're gonna get to that. And you done dropped a couple of records. You dropped "Fuck 'Em," which is obviously a shot at everybody who got something to say.
I'm just sick of these pussy niggas playing with my name, man. Put some respect on my motherfucking name, man, or don't put it in your mouth, man. And I mean that, man. I'm tired of talking. Ain't no more talking, man. They gonna find a way to respect me. So you got a nigga might have an opinion, say their opinion, and you ain't gonna hear that shit. You understand? Even with Ross and the Trick, they had their opinion. They said that shit one time. You ain't gonna keep hearing that shit. But this nigga on the radio station, he been playing with me for like 3-4 years, constantly playing with my name, man. Find you somebody to play with, man. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't trying to discredit that man. You understand me? He a black man making money feeding his family. I ain't trying to get perks off him or nothing. He a radio nigga. He ain't about that. And I get that. And I ain't come about that. I'm just asking you as a man, man. I don't know if you think I'm sweet or something or got me fucked up. Just keep my name out your mouth with the bullshit, man. And I ain't trying to be, this dude I can't get no perks off this man. I ain't trying to get no perks off this man. But all I'm asking you, I don't even know this man, honestly. I never met him in my life. That was my first time meeting him, ever seeing him in my 2 eyes. You understand me? Hey, man, put some respect on my fucking name, man. Point blank.
I mean, you got us respecting this Versace carpet though with the slippers.
Put some respect on Versace name,
He
man.
sure did.
Put some respect on this.
Put some respect on that GTV.
Floor.
Put some respect on this house. Cost me $30 million. You understand me? Straight cash.
You gonna take your shoes off when you come in this house.
Take your shoes off on these $100,000 marble floors. Straight up.
Straight up.
I saw you posted on your social media when you went to speak at the Brooklyn Law School.
Brooklyn Law, that was special.
And yeah, you said how special that moment was to you, and that's really where you announced the whole biopic thing, right?
Yeah, that's when I first spoke on it.
Can you tell me about that?
Going to Brooklyn Law, my attorney Vernon Brown, he's a professor over there at Brooklyn Law School. So I did it for him at Pace. I do it once a year for him. I just go into class and let the students ask me, because he's teaching law, entertainment, and different types of law, and let them ask me any question that they want to ask me. And I like doing it. It's special to me. I bring my son all the time because I'm really schooling him about the business, getting him ready for this shit. And it's cool. I do it anytime, any day. Shout out to Brooklyn Law School, man. Hands up.
Speaking of the biopic, how much are we gonna be able to see? Because I feel like you're so candid. We don't really hear too much about you.
It's the first time I ever really opened up about my personal life growing up. As a kid, my mom passed when I was 2. My pops passed when I was young. My sister took me away to Prince George, Canada. I lived out there for a few years.
That's Canada. You saw it. I saw that. I was like, yo, Birdman lived in Canada?
I lived in Canada for a few years. Then I came back. I was in a boys' home for a few years. Me and my brother Slim and Kim. And once my stepmother got us back out the boys' home, I was just a wild animal. I didn't give a fuck about nothing or nobody, not even myself. I just was, I thought life was something different until I got incarcerated. And I read the Bible, and it made me change because I was more of a, being young, I thought, anybody could do anything as far as pulling triggers and shit like that. Once I got in jail, it made me realize I could use my brains, and I could be more powerful than a gun using my brains. And that's the method I took. And I did that from reading the Bible.
And how much of Slim are we going to see in the biopic? Because I know he
Slim
doesn't like to be.
Slim not
at all.
in it totally. And really, though, everything I experienced in my life, I experienced it with my brother. But I have 10 brothers and 12 sisters, so I come from a big family. But
Right.
me and my brother and my sister was real jammed because them, that's who I went to Canada with, and we was in the boys' homes together.
So the biopic is really about Birdman specifically, not so much Cash Money.
It's before anything. The
Okay.
name of it is Before Anything, and it's before, I signed my deal with Universal. I was maybe 19 years old, turning 20 with $30 million. So it was before that. It was life before that. Also, I'm doing the Cash Money Story. I thought what Dr. Dre and Cube did was some real genius. That was some genius shit. Big shots to them. Just keeping the hip hop alive, just doing what they do. And I think my Cash Money Story should be as bigger because I feel like we super irrelevant in music.
Right. So are you taking scripts already? You started that process with directors? I
started this 2 years ago writing this script. I've been working on all this shit for a few years.
Who can you give us any director names? Are you doing that?
I ain't did that part yet. But I have a few people in mind. Really though, I've been working a lot with Mike Epps, man. Big up for Mike Epps. That's a close friend of mine and my brother. And I've been working with him on a lot of things that me and him gonna do together. So I'm looking forward to that.
Look, Birdman, I appreciate this invite. Other than Fuck 'Em, is there what's the other single you got right now?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my little young crew, man. Jack Queese, J Soul, my little nephew.
J Soul's from Toronto.
J Soul's from T.O.
Yeah, he's from Toronto. He got a good record too. Was it something motel? Something.
Nah, he fly with it, man. Young boy. When I met him, he was homeless. We signed him, put some money in his pocket. I bought him somewhere to live, got him situated so he could just focus on music. He 18 years old, and I really, really think he'll be the next superstar from Toronto.
Miss Gladys drops when?
Miss Gladys gonna drop June 24th. My Rich Gang coming out July 1. And my documentary with a soundtrack coming out in June also.
So, Miss Gladys, you named that after your mother. Yeah. And you mentioned how old were you when she passed away?
I was 2 when she passed.
So you named it after your mother. So does this mean we're going to hear a lot more? Is this going to be a way more personal album?
My album going to be personal, but really though, my mom passed after she had me. She got shot. So she died from complications. That shit be fucking with me a lot, but so I decided I never speak on my mama. I speak on her a lot, but I never get in depth about nothing with my family. So with this album, I'm really in depth with it. I went back to New Orleans and did my music, doing my music.
You recorded in New Orleans?
Yeah. I shot all my videos, gonna be in New Orleans. Everything I'm doing, plus we shot a few in New York. And I want to give a shout out to Mano and Murder, man. Yeah. I'm fucking with them boys.
They showing love too.
Nah, I'm fucking with them, man. I think New York being slept on, man.
Yo, listen.
You hear me?
They don't murder a character. They funny.
Man.
Yeah, together
they make great music. They
right.
What's they thing? King Kong, Godzilla. But what's his thing? King Kong, Godzilla.
Hey, see that? Hey, my little brother. Hey, man. You lost the bet. I need my 20 bands. Right now.
What was the bet?
I bet him that Miami Heat beat Charlotte. You know, I'm a Heaters fan, man. I represent that 305 0404. Yeah, all from all true.
We got a family situation happening. Yeah. What's up, bro?
That's my little brother right there, man. He just landed from New Orleans. I want my money, man.
Look, I gotta
give me my money, man. Give me my money.
I stay with it.
There's so much money in here. It looks
my
fake.
money, man. Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to Buck, man. He be holding me down.
Brooklyn.
Malcolm, my whole Universal staff.
Yeah.
Always my brother Slim. But I'm really feeling Murder and Mano, man. I was in the club and I was like, damn. You know, I know Murder got that wild verse. Mano, he wild with it. I think he in his pocket with it. And I'm gonna do everything within my power. We've been in the studio. We got their first single called Gang Gang Gang. And I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna let them do their thing. I want to embrace the town. I think New York being slept on. I don't think the label's fucking with them. And then you got niggas who didn't come from New York who ain't fucking with the streets, period. You understand me? So I'm up there. I was in front of Juniors 5, 6 in the morning shooting a video, man.
Now this you know, a lot of people don't know, but even when Wayne, you know, was the first Carter 1 came out and y'all was heavy in New York and the Dips with the Dipset and
my bros,
all
Dipset,
that. Yeah.
That whole
Jim Jones,
all
everybody.
That's my bros for life.
Y'all did a lot of work in New York. Got some trouble in New York too.
That's what made us stop coming.
right.
Honestly, that's what made us stop coming. And I think the hip hop police, hopefully they didn't stop fucking with me. Because, you know, lately I ain't been having no problems up there. That's why I'm coming back. But honestly, the way they was harassing us, they made us stop completely. Not just me, a lot of Southern artists stopped coming up there because a lot of niggas was getting jammed. Yeah. And y'all got strict gun laws.
Yeah.
Real strict gun laws. And down here, you can You know, like I got my gold AK.
I saw
You
it.
can run around out here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up, Laura.
Yeah, Stamp, you can run
I wasn't
around
gonna
here
bring
with
up
all
the fact that a
kind
gold
of guns.
AK-47 was in the walk through the crib, and Laura Styles goes, "Is that real?
like, is that real?
Is that an art piece?" No, Laura, it's not an art piece.
Nah, I
man.
keep that with
it's
me
a
every-
piece, all right, and it's artful, but it'll bust that ass
I
open.
keep that everywhere I go except New York and LA, man.
The gold one.
Yeah, I keep my gold one with me everywhere I go. I ride around with it. I just jumped out my Bugatti. I keep it with me everywhere I go. With an extendo. I got a permit first. Let's get
No,
that.
I understand
Of course,
that.
of
I
course,
understand
yeah.
that. I
I'm
understand
legal with this.
I understand.
You understand me?
But because I mean, look, you just opened up to us, told us that your mother had got shot when you was young.
Yeah.
And gunplay in New Orleans was heavy when you was a kid. A lot of your
Off
family's
top.
been
I
shot.
lost a
Right?
lot.
I wasn't
I
gonna
lost
get
a
into
lot
all
growing
that.
up.
A lot. And has that caused you later in life to really feel like I need to keep this gun on me at all times?
I'm stunner, right? And I do keep a lot on me. That's just how I live my life. I live my life with no fear from no man, no human. I also believe in self-protection. I protect myself, I protect my family, I protect my homies. And that's just how I live my life. I think, this is a wild world we living in. So I personally keep a few guns on me all the time.
Yeah, because that was when Wayne got ran. When Wayne had to do time.
We wasn't hip to.
Well, I called you that day.
Yeah, you did.
I called you. I said, "Don't bring the bus into
You
Manhattan.
You definitely, bro.
leave the bus in
You definitely
Jersey."
told me, bro.
They
But
was
we
like,
learned
"No,
the
we're
hard
bringing
way.
the bus." I was like, "Don't bring the bus."
Say,
man.
bro, but hip hop police have been bagging off.
Yes, they have.
What
Yeah.
our man name? Nah, don't worry about it.
No, don't bring his name into
Nah,
it. Don't bring.
we
his name.
been cool. That's
Yeah.
my brother. He talking about the We've been cool. They ain't been harassed. Honestly, we really stopped coming to New York because of the harassment.
Yeah.
They was harassing us a lot, looking for guns for, just taunting niggas. But I think it's been cool lately. So honestly, I'm coming back up this week. I'm coming to fuck with some of the homies.
But ladies and gentlemen, the guns will not be there.
Of course, no straps, man. I
They
ain't
will
trying
not
to go
be
to
there. We
jail.
don't want no
man.
problem.
No problem, man.
None.
Hip hop, relax, please, man.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. If it ain't nobody got no guns, ain't nobody got no guns.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? And then we could throw these hands if we gotta throw these hands.
Them days over, man. You do that shit in jail, man. You throw knives and hands, but on the street, man, these youngsters got too many
you
straps.
right. They got
man.
them choppers. They
They
got
got
them things. So Birdman, look, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate
Man,
the
Can I
invite.
tell you something, man? It was an honor, man. I ain't seen you in a few years, man. And this beautiful young lady you have right here, man. Thank y'all for coming. And I really want to show y'all out tonight. I got a party tonight.
What we doing?
We gonna hang out, man.
We drinking?
Oh my gosh.
All night.
What we drinking? What we drinking? What's this?
GT
What's
vodka,
this?
man.
GT vodka.
Plug
Now,
my GT.
the liquor game is a great way to make some money.
Hey, bro, I didn't know they had that much profit in it.
It's a lot. The markup
Shit
is
deep,
really
man.
high.
This
And
my,
with the vodka, a lot of
this
people.
This is my exit out the ghetto, man. This is my ghetto right here.
Yeah.
The Stunner Island shit. This is
Yeah.
what I call my ghetto. This
Gonna go
here,
up a notch.
yeah, that's gonna bring me up a notch. Another two. Say, man, I would like to say, I think Drake got the album of the year, man.
I mean, listen, evidence
young boy.
suggests.
Yeah.
They said he did 600,000 something the first day.
He did.
He did,
In
yeah, 'cause-
3 hours, he did like 400,000.
Did you see that? There was a tweet that I saw was interesting that he made. I think Beyonce. Look, the numbers might be wrong, but Beyonce did like 500 and something in a week, and he did 600 something in a day.
Nah, Drake is the new phenomenon, man. He's something special. He great for what we need. We need hip hop to keep going. We need this. We bringing that shit to higher bars. Wayne sold 1 million 3 times in a row. You understand me? We need to keep bringing the bar higher so the little niggas can eat too with their numbers. We can't let this shit go nowhere but up. And we got to keep striving, keep, letting people do them, bro. And also, bro, I can't stress it enough, bro. When I come up in this game, we had the Rough Riders. We had the Jermaine Dupri's, we had the Dame Dash, we had the Jay-Z's, we had the Master P's, we had the Diddy's, we had the Suge Knights. We had all these guys that was CEOs putting on artists. We don't have none of that shit no more. We don't have no stunner mans. You got, maybe you might have, Ross doing his thing with his label, but you ain't got nobody really.
The new CEO.
You don't have nobody,
the
man.
new boss.
That's what I want to embrace.
But what's
for
the
niggas.
disconnect? What do you because where's the money? You came in the
That's what I
game
think
with
it
money.
is. That's what I think it is. Nigga don't want to spend the money. a nigga don't
Is
have
the money out there? But the money ain't. Listen, let's have real talk. While I
Keep
got
it in
you,
1,000.
keep it 1,000.
Keep it
Money
in
ain't in the
1,000.
street like it used to be.
But some things could be off of relationships, bro. You know, I come up with my niggas, and I did and done for my niggas. Maybe my paper is longer than the average nigga, so I do help and do that. But I still don't think we have enough CEOs putting out other young cats. You might have a nigga who a CEO and he the fucking rapper. Man, sit your ass down and go get a nigga who can rap. You understand me? And we could keep exploiting this shit, keep making it grow. You understand me? I don't think that we growing. You know, we got, besides us, what the fuck do we have? What do we have?
Real talk. Real talk. I mean, look, it's
Hey
rough.
man,
It's
I
hard
like
out
that
here.
song 50 Cent got, man. I'm a
the man.
motherfucking man, man.
Yeah.
Why y'all ain't playing that
We
a
playing
million
that.
times a week, man?
They're playing- let's
That's
play
a
that.
fucking hit, man.
That shit is gone.
Hey, 50, you got one, boy. Real G
That
shit,
shit is
nigga.
gone,
I
man.
fuck with that, man.
How
That's
you and
what's
50
up.
got a good relationship?
We always had a cool relationship.
I didn't even know there was a relationship.
You
I
understand
didn't
me?
know.
We talk, you know, we had, Buck was a mutual situation with us. And Kid, he a young blood, you know, little homie that deals with Wayne a lot, and they have a lot of music, and, you know, it all trickled back to me, man. They got to get the yeah and nay from the Stunner Man, man. Straight
Here
up,
you go
hands
again.
down, man.
Here
Just
you go.
keeping it 1G.
So
with
why? Okay, give me an example of why you would give somebody a nay on something. Why would you say no?
you. I would never.
You
I would
never say no.
Why would I? I'm in the music business to get money. Why would I say no?
What if the business is wrong? What if the situation ain't right?
I don't run across too much of that. Nigga gonna respect Stunner Man. Ain't gonna come across in the right way, and we gonna do that shit the right way. You know, I have to prove all Nicki, Drake, Wayne. And then one time Wayne had 100 singles, man,
That's right.
with other niggas, man. You understand me? I done blessed and helped a lot of people in this game, man. And I'm gonna continue to do that. I got all these cats I got now is new youngsters, man. All youngsters, 18, 19, 20 years old. And I see superstardom in them. You understand me? All of them. This new Rich Gang movement we got, Lil Rallo, Nino, Casket, J-Soul, Jacquees, BBG. I hope I ain't forgetting none of them, but we got a little crew, and they're a bunch of youngsters, and I'm going to put them on the same. I have the biggest platform in the world, because I have the biggest artists in the world. Universal opened their checkbook for me. I could do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want to do it with, whoever the fuck I want to do it with. You understand me? And I want to take, and these youngsters, I'm going to embrace them. And Mano and Murder. I'm embracing that shit. Heavy.
Birdman hype today, y'all. Look,
Now wide open. I've been waiting for your ass. I ain't been asleep in 3 days. I got some shit to keep you up for
look,
a week,
I got a daughter now, man. I couldn't get down
That's
here
what's
right
up.
away. You know what I mean? I got to take care of my
by the
daughter.
way, I
man.
interviewed your daughter when she dropped her project, her book. She was the best. Her
My daughter
and
is
Wayne's
the-
daughter came up to the show.
Yeah, and Regina, my goddaughter, them my two princesses, them my queens, they mean everything to me. My daughter, she graduated May 21st. She won't go to prom, but I'm cool, but ain't cool, but I'm gonna allow that shit. You understand me?
Why you don't like the dating part? You don't like the.
I ain't ready for it. That's my
Okay,
little-
okay.
that's my Miss Gladys. I
Let
ain't ready
me
for it.
tell you that the
She
other
my
day
Miss
on the
Gladys.
show, I witnessed him having a meltdown. We were talking about dating.
I
His
can't
daughter's
take it.
2, and he had a
Yeah, two.
meltdown on the
She not
show.
too. They started talking to me about her bringing home some dude with tattoos and some other shit. I was like, where he got how old is he?
My daughter bring a nigga like me home. I'm like, huh? For real? I'm gonna respect it.
Well, it depend on what age he is and what kind of money he getting, right? Like my thing is like if you 17, you got tattoos on your face, you ain't gonna go out here and get no job now.
Hey, bro, these tattoos in the face. I did this shit real young. Cause really though, when I
But you
did
was
it,
getting money though.
but
so you could
when
make
I
whatever
did it,
call
though,
you could do.
When I did it, I had to say, trapping is my life. I didn't even think I ever do music. When I put tats in my face, you understand me? You do get misjudged with that shit, especially in the corporate world.
Of course.
You have to know what you're doing when you do that shit. Either a person that did that then said, fuck life, I'm gonna be a dope boy, I'm trapping, because that's what I did at a young age. I put that shit and I had goals in my mouth at 12. I ain't give a fuck about life. I'm a trapper. That's what I'm gonna do till I die. I'm gonna go to penitentiary and get killed like this. That's the road I chose. But I ended up getting into music and it became successful. You have to know your road of life before you go to putting that ink all over your face. You understand me? Because if you try to go corporate, it's gonna be hard.
But that's my thing. My little girl bring home some little knucklehead ass nigga.
That don't mean he a knucklehead though.
No, but he done made a decision.
In his face.
Yeah, but he done made a decision as a teenager.
I was the man with ink and I
yeah,
ended
but
up
you
being
was
the
trapping. I'm not. She ain't dating no drug dealer. We passed that. We passed that, Birdman. I didn't work this hard, so you go and do what?
That's why I never met parents. I ain't never want to meet the parent. I met one parent in my life, and I ain't never met another one. She threw me left because I come in there with that shit on my face and all that. I ain't never met another one, man.
But you understand what I'm saying? Your daughter bring home a nigga like you. You gonna be like, I ain't worked this hard for you to be trying to date a nigga that want to throw his life into that bullshit.
Would you prefer her bringing someone like you or somebody the complete opposite?
Yes. Like a good person, a hard worker, yes.
But
somebody who's dedicated to the street, you gonna be like, what the fuck?
What I would do, if my daughter brought somebody, I would speak to that young man and see how I can help him. I wouldn't discredit who she like, because then she gonna sneak and do the shit. I would see how can I help this young man to be a better man, and because my daughter got love for him.
Birdman, Ebro in the morning, pay attention, he's back at it.